That's it, baby. Sugar Show stays undefeated. Charles Oliveira versus Beneil Dariush. First round KO. Charles Oliveira is so fun to watch. Dangerous on the feet, dangerous on the ground. Pulled guard. I was like, we kind of pulled guard, kind of went for a takedown, kind of accepted just going to his back. There is very, very, very few people in this sport that can do that and get away with it and be okay off of his back. So dangerous off his back. Gets back up to the feet. Head kicks Beneil. Gets him out of there in the first round. So impressive.
Yeah. It sucks just with those Russians that he can't afford to do that. He can't because he literally just pretty much pulled guard against Beneil. Against those Russians, they're so strong and dominant on top, and they're so good at advancing to half guard, and then you're in trouble. Beneil did a good job too, but God, Charles, the way he kind of hides those kicks, he doesn't bring them really wide. His like heels close to his butt, and they're snappy at the end. But him to just put away Beneil with ease like that,
he's so good at mixing.
Sick was that, dude.
Like a DJ?
No, like mixing it up, like going from,
Charles versus Islam Makhachev 2 in Abu Dhabi a year later. That's kind of what sounds like Dana's planning. We got to remember, though, it's not like Islam just took Charles down and he dropped him. He dropped him, passed his guard, and choked him. That was a very dominant performance for Islam. So
That's
Charles,
levels.
For Charles to come, he seems fired up, motivated, ready to go. Islam's coming off a very controversial win over Alexander Volkanovski. Charles coming off a dominating win over Beneil Dariush. Very interesting fight. That's what I want to see next at 55. I don't really care to see anyone else. I want to see Charles versus Islam too.
I almost wouldn't mind seeing, I mean, it's not going to happen obviously, but Poirier, because Poirier's fighting Gaethje. I'd almost rather see Poirier get the shot first.
He already lost to Islam.
Or
hasn't he?
What about Volk? No, I don't think.
Oh wait, Poirier hasn't fought Islam. Never mind.
Volk actually did the best. Looking back at it,
Volk's fighting Yair in a couple weeks.
But then if he puts him away and they're like, "Hey, you want to fight Islam?"
What about? God damn. What about? It would have been sweet. Charles versus Volk would have been cool. That'd have been fucking sweet.
What would you even do for preparing Charles for that fight with Islam? Because it's like, do you have him practice his stand-up more? Or would you just even go further on the jiu-jitsu? Because it's like he's already a master
He can outstrike Islam. He did get dropped that fight. But, I mean, looking at stylistically, I mean, it's hard to say. Obviously, got dropped last fight. I feel like he could outstrike Islam if he wrestles hard. But it's so hard to say.
With that fight, you just, especially, okay, try to wrestle harder. Don't be in a hurry to go to your guard. But then when you do go to your guard, just make sure he doesn't settle into half guard.
Yeah.
He settles into half guard. He might head and arm choke you. He's going to be able to pass. He's going to be able to beat you. And you don't have many options from half guard. So maybe just, if you do get on your back, maintaining your full guard as long as possible.
What's up, Sugar Squad? If you like this video, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and click down below to check out the full episode and subscribe to be a part of the journey.